Well, gotta say, I don't recognise the place. I mean, there's some of the old buildings and what are still up here in Sanctuary, but man, they've fenced it off. They've really gone to town on the security. I mean, they're not finished, not by a long shot, but it's wow. I mean, it's just. I mean, I never saw it. Never so like envisaged it like that. But I suppose that's what you got to do in this world. You got to protect yourself. You've got to build walls. You got to pile it high to stop people getting in, and put up security to keep people out and shoot anybody who tries to. Oh, so much different from when I lived here. So much different. Well, anyway, come on, you two. I need to find Preston. Hopefully the Minutemen can help me. Oh, hi Courtney. I like what you've been doing with the place. It's different. If nothing else, definitely different. But yeah, I need to find Preston. Hopefully he can get the Minutemen to help me. Well, I say the Minutemen, I'm assuming Sturgis over there.
Yes? Huh?
So I've got schematics, but I need someone to be able to help me actually use them, put them to use and build something. See if I can track them down. Where are you, Preston? Hey, Mama Murphy. Long time no see. Where are you, Preston? You trashing the place again? Don't trash the place. Wow, what have they done to this place? Is that him over there? Oh, doing repairs, eh? Hi, Preston.
What do you need?
What do I need?
What do you need, General?
Well, basically, I've got some schematics. It's from some scientist called Virgil, and as far as I'm aware, if we build this, it'll allow me to get inside the Institute. So, I mean, can you help me with that? Can you take a look at these schematics?
The Institute? Why in the world would you want to mess around with them?
Well, I think I've mentioned it before, but they kidnapped my son, Sean. I mean, they're also the ones, it seems, they were the ones behind getting into the vault, and although it was Kellogg who actually killed Nora, that wouldn't happen because, well, you know, if it hadn't been for the Institute. So yeah, but hopefully Sean's still alive, and I know he's there, supposedly, so I need to get in.
Damn, that's some bad business, even for them. We'll give you whatever help we can. Don't worry about that. Now, assuming you could build this thing, what exactly does it do?
Well, I suppose you won't know much about the Institute, how they get in. There's no known physical entrance that anybody knows of, and that's because they use this process of teleportation. They've got a teleporter to materialize and rematerialize people. Call it this molecular relay.
Teleportation? For real?
Yeah.
Wow. That would explain a lot about how the Institute manages to operate. If anyone can make heads or tails of those plans, it'd be Sturgis. I haven't found anything yet that he couldn't build or fix.
Okay.
We've gotten big enough that we're having trouble communicating with all our settlements.
Alright.
It's a good problem to have, and I have a solution. I think it's time to retake the castle. It used to be the Minutemen HQ, way before my time. Well fortified, centrally located, and most important, it has a powerful radio transmitter we can use to broadcast to the whole Commonwealth.
Well, hang on a minute. You're saying it's well fortified, in which case, what happened to this supposed castle then?
This was long before I joined up, but the story I heard, was that some kind of monster came out of the sea and destroyed the fort. A lot of the leaders were killed in that battle, and I guess nobody ever felt it was worth the risk to try to retake it. I've always wondered if losing the radio station was the beginning of all our later problems. So, should I have an assault force assemble near the castle?
Well, I mean, we've got all these settlements up and running now, so we are going to need some way to better communicate, I suppose. Hopefully the sea monster you've told me about's long gone. I mean, I'm going to focus on the Institute, getting into the Institute first, mind, but yeah, go on. You do that. Do what you need to do, and then I'll catch you up.
We'll do some recon and meet you outside the castle. See you there.
Okay. Yep. Great. Good news. I think that'll help a lot. And I mean a lot. There's just so many settlements now. So where is Sturgis then? I saw him, he was just around here. Hi Carla.
Yeah.
Hello.
Back again? Time to do business?
Yeah, I'm just looking to see if you've got anything that I might want to buy, or yeah, things I need to buy like aluminum and more glue basically.
Yeah, keep your shirt on.
Okay. Anything? Oh, that's got some in. That's got some in. I'm okay on that. What about glue? Yeah, you've got some duct tape. You don't sell any. I'll have the wonder glue. That's always going to be good. Anything more that you've got with aluminum in it? I'm in need of it. Yeah, it's something I need to get this power suit, the power armor repaired. The older gear, you just get away with steel, but this stuff, I need a lot of aluminum. Oh, there you go, cake pans. Never thought of them. That'll do. Thanks, Carla. Will you stop calling it useless crap? This is to repair, you know, that power armor you've got, you know. You don't just like click your fingers and it gets fixed, you know. Muggins here, you know, I have to fix it. What on earth are these people building? Wow, look at the place.
Huh?
Wow, got a real industrial complex going here. Anyway, I'm getting sidetracked. I need to go and see, where's Sturgis gone? He was around here a minute ago. Sturgis! Where have you gone, Sturgis? Ah, there you are, mate.
Please, just... I need to be alone right now.
Yeah, no worries, June. I was going to have a chat, but yeah, okay, no worries. I'll respect it.
What's going on?
Hey, Sturgis.
Sure thing. Let's see what you've got.
So I take it Preston has told you about this schematics then. So, do you think there's any chance you can actually build it?
Wow. What a mess. Looks like encrypted RF transmissions. Okay, so that gets routed through... What the hell? Teleportation.
Yeah.
This is some pretty crazy shit. You sure it's for real?
Well, I got it from somebody who actually knows what he's talking about, supposedly, so... I mean, can you actually do it or not?
Well, yeah. I think so. Anyway, the eggheads never think about the nuts and bolts of actually making something work. But, looks like it's all here. Yeah. I'm gonna need some time to study this thing. The handwriting's pretty hard to make out.
Yeah.
But, you can get started on what he calls a stabilized reflector platform.
A what?
It'll need some pretty high-grade metals, but it's basically not that different than the lining of a jet engine or something like that.
Well, I've no idea what it is, you know, that I need or anything, or what it is I'm building, so can you give me a list of, like, what it is that I'm going to need to build this platform you're talking about?
Yeah, sure. Here's a list of what you'll need for the first piece. I'm pretty sure we've got all that at Sanctuary.
Right.
If you want to build it there. While you're working on that, I'll get busy figuring out how to actually build the rest of this thing. Keep in mind, I can already see this is going to take a crazy amount of juice. Like if you had a spare nuclear reactor handy, we could probably use it.
Right.
And it's going to be big. So find a nice open building site with lots of power available.
Okay, well, you are the guy. It's probably an ideal place here because it looks like they've walled the area off from here. So I think what I might do... if we can flatten this building here, I mean, there's nobody... yeah, there's nobody using these buildings. They don't just collapse and they haven't done anything with them. I mean, they've come out here a bit, some of the... at least I think they have. Yeah, they've come out to here a bit for some of the people who are living here, but... I think if we clear this place away, should be able to get everything sorted out. I mean, I don't know what kind of parts or anything we're going to need, but... I think it would have to be quite a bit of to and fro stir just for some ideas as to what exactly it is I'm supposed to be doing, but oh well, I'll try to get going. Well, McCready, believe it or not, I mean, I don't know how, but we managed to do it. I mean, thanks to Sturgis's help and a lot of searching for resources, we've got a working teleporter, I think. Yeah, buddy. Listen up, I mean, this is like going to be a one-way trip, I think. I mean, even if I survive this teleportation that gets me into the Institute, I mean, I don't know what they're going to be like. They might kill me on sight. I honestly, I just don't know. So, I suppose I may as well just say thanks very much for all your help. It's been much appreciated. I mean, if by some miracle I do survive, I think according to Virgil I'll teleport out, I think it was around where the CIT ruins are. So if you can, take Dogmeat with you. Go down to the CIT ruins and just wait for me for a few days. If I'm not back by then, to be honest, I very much doubt I'll be back at all. I mean, if that happens, I'd really appreciate it if you could go down to, well, wherever it is Preston's gone and help him capture the castle back for the Minutemen. I mean, we're onto something at least anyway. It's a cause worth fighting for. Entirely up to you, you know, but I'd appreciate it. I mean, your son's, hopefully he's safe now. I've got to go find my son, and I'm the only one who can go in this teleporter. It'd be great if, you know, if I could take you and Dogmeat, but no, it's just going to be me. Dogmeat buddy. I wish I could take you with me. You've been with me right from the start, but I can't. And to be honest, I don't even know if I'm coming back. If you can, I'd like it if you'd stay with McCready and help him. But you're Dogmeat, aren't you? You'll go wherever you want to go. Well, this is it. Fingers and toes crossed. You ready, Sturgis?
Everything looks good on my end. You ready to see if this thing actually works?
Hang on a minute. We're not going to like do at least a test run or something first?
I wish we could, but we've only got the one frequency code. There's no way to test it without actually jacking into the Institute signal.
Right.
And as soon as we do that, we've used our one and only chance.
Ugh.
As soon as the Institute figures out what we did, and I gotta believe those brainiacs won't be caught napping twice, that code we've got is useless.
Got you. Well, I need to find my son, so let's do it. Let's do it.
You sure?
Yep, absolutely.
Okay. Your part is simple. Just step onto the platform. I'll start scanning for an Institute signal to lock onto. Then, I fire her up and we see what happens.
Oh, here goes.
Whenever you're ready.
Yep, go on.
Okay. Hold real still.
I'm
I don't want
holding
any
still.
corruption of the molecular beam.
Don't worry.
By the way, I figured this was a golden opportunity to find out as much as we can about the Institute. What
Right.
they're up to.
Uh-huh.
This holotape's all set with a program that will scan their network and download anything it finds.
Right.
Uh-oh. Yeah, we better hurry. And don't worry about that tubing wiggling around. It's,
Okay.
just there for decoration. Okay.
Okay.
Scanning for the Institute signal. Tracking RF. And... got it. Hold on to your butt.
Oh! Okay. Well, I guess I'm somewhere. Hang on. Is my butt still intact? Phew. Oh, Struth. Can't believe I made it. Right, what was he on about? A network scanner. Right, before I get caught, I suppose I better stick this in here. Yeah, this is a computer terminal. Oh, come on, come on. Something about signals. Yeah, whatever. Okay. A network scanner is what he gave me. Aha, there you go. Network scanner, right. Okay. Like, yeah, start a scan. Get whatever information you can get. Right. Fingers crossed I'm gonna get out of here in one piece. I better have that back. Right. Struth, what is this place? I'm surprised I didn't get a reception there. Oh, some of this stuff looks old. I was expecting something, well, I was expecting something different, to be honest. I mean, if you can create teleportation devices, I mean, yeah, this is not what I expected.
Hello.
Oh, hello?
I wondered if you might make it here. You're quite resourceful. I'm known as Father. The Institute is under my guidance. I know why you're here. I'd like to discuss things with you face to face. Please, step into the elevator.
Okay. Well, I suppose that's a start. At least I haven't been shot at. Nobody's tried to kill me. Well, that's a bit odd. They're expecting me. So much for stealth and surprise.
I can only imagine what you've heard, what you think of us. I'd like to show you that you may have the wrong impression. Welcome to the Institute.
Whoa.
This is the reality of the Institute. This place, these people, the work we do. For over 100 years, we've dedicated ourselves to humanity's survival. Decades of research, countless experiments and trials, a shared vision of how science can help shape the future. It has never been easy, and our actions are often misinterpreted by those above ground. Someday, perhaps, we can show them what we've accomplished. But for now, we must remain underground. There's too much at stake here to risk it all. As you've seen, things above are unstable. I'd like to talk to you about what we can do for everyone. But that can wait. You are here for a specific, very personal reason. You are here for your son.
That I am. That I am. Sean? Is that you, Sean?
Huh? Yes, I'm Sean.
is that really you?
Who are you?
Where is everyone, Sean?
Father, what's going on? What's happening?
I mean, are you okay? You're not hurt at all, are you?
What's going on? Father? Father!
Just chill. I mean, calm down. I'm here. I'm your real father.
I don't know you. Go away. Father! Father, help me! There's someone here. Help me!
Seriously, I mean, just calm down, will you? I mean, I'm gonna get you out of here.
Father? Father, help me! He's trying to take me! Father? Father, help me!
Ooh.
Sean. S923, recall code Cirrus. Fascinating, but disappointing.
Synth.
The child's responses were not at all what I anticipated. He's a prototype, you understand.
What?
We're only just now beginning to explore the effects of extreme emotional stimuli. Please try and keep an open mind. I recognize that you are emotional, and that your journey here has been fraught with challenges. Let's start anew. I am Father. Welcome to the Institute.
So, hang on a minute. What are you called, Father? Is that like some sort of title or something?
Father is my unofficial title. It's what I've come to mean to the people of the Institute, just as you mean to your son, to Sean.
Well, look, I mean, I'm really appreciative I didn't get shot or anything on the way in here, but I'm only here for one reason, that's to see my son. So, I'm gonna just keep it simple. Where is my son? Where is Sean? What have you done with the real Sean?
He's here, in the Institute. Closer than you think. But I need you to realize that this situation is far more complicated than you could have imagined. You have traveled very far, and suffered a great deal to find your son. Well, your tenacity and dedication have been It's good to finally meet you. After all this time. It's me. I am Sean. I am your son.
Hang on a minute. That's not even. No. You're just kidding on with me. You come on, seriously. I mean, that notion is just crazy.
I assure you, I am completely sane and entirely honest. In the vault, you had no concept of the passage of time. You were released from your pod and went searching for the son you'd lost. But then you learned that your son was no longer an infant, but a 10-year-old boy. You believed that 10 years had passed. Is it really so hard to accept that it was not 10, but 60 years? That is the
60?
reality. And here I am, raised by the Institute, and now its leader.
What? Hang on a minute. That would push shot like Kellogg to like well over 100. I mean, he must have been like 30s or 40s at least when he, even when he joined the Bloomin' Institute, according to those memories that I saw. But I mean, look, let me just back up a bit here. I mean, why did you take a child? Why did it take you?
Ah, now that's the question, isn't it? Why me? At that time, the year 2227, the Institute had made great strides in synth production. But it was never enough. Scientific curiosity and the goal of perfection drove them ever onward. What they wanted was the perfect machine. So they followed the best example thus far. The human being. Walking, talking, fully articulate, capable of anything.
Hang on a minute though. You're talking about human synths then? Seriously? I mean, is that what you've been doing?
Human-like synths. A great distinction. The Institute endeavored to create synthetic organics. The most logical starting point, of course, was human DNA. Plenty of that was available, of course. But it had all become corrupted. In this wasteland, radiation affected everyone. Even in their attempts to shield themselves from the world above, members of the Institute had been exposed. Another source was necessary. But then the Institute found me, after discovering records from Vault 111. An infant, frozen in time, protected from the radiation-induced mutations that had crept into every other human cell in the Commonwealth. I was exactly what they needed. And so it was my DNA that became the basis of the synthetic organics used to create every human-like synth you see today. I am their father. Through science, we are family. The synths, me, and you.
God. So you, I mean, you've just been down here the whole time?
I have. Yes. I know you must have questions. Please. Anything I can do to help you understand.
But I'm just at a bit of a loss here. I mean, even if you are who you say you are, I mean, Kellogg? Seriously? Yeah, I mean, I've seen his memories. I mean, how could you let somebody like that work for you?
Kellogg. He was an Institute asset long before I arrived here. It wasn't until I became director that I learned of all the things he'd done. What kind of man he was.
But I don't get it. The guy was a murderer. He killed your own mother.
Believe me, I am well aware of the atrocities Kellogg committed. I suspect there are many more we'll never know of. The Institute took advantage of Kellogg's vicious nature. I will freely admit that. Institute technology prolonged his life, and his usefulness far beyond any normal human lifespan. He never failed the Institute, but his cruelty became more apparent with every completed objective. I won't lie. It's no coincidence your path crossed his. It seemed a fitting way to allow you, us, to have some amount of revenge. What else can I say to ease your mind?
The thing that gets me out of all of this, though, I mean, Kellogg was a cold-blooded murderer. I've seen what he went through in his life. I understand what made him what he was. But the Institute, you make it out as if they had no morals. There's no morals in this Institute that you've been brought up in. They sent this person in, and he just killed your mother without a care in the world, and I just don't get it. How could somebody do that? I mean, To steal a child is one thing. I mean, that in itself was immoral. But your mother was killed. I was left there on my own. The real trouble is your mother. She just never got to see you grow up.
Yes. What happened to her was... I've gone over the records of the incident, of course. It seems her death was an unfortunate bit of collateral damage.
Collateral damage? Are you serious? Is that all she is to you?
What would you have me say? The world is a dangerous place? Although I think maybe it always was. It's just a bit more honest about it now. For many years, I never questioned who my parents were. I accepted my situation, and that was that. With old age comes regret. And asking what if more often. But what matters now is that you and I have a chance to begin again. What else can I say to ease your mind?
I just don't get it. I mean, your very attitude. It's like you just don't seem to give a monkey's. You do not care what happened there. I mean, you seriously take a step back here. I mean, these people, I know it wasn't you, but these people, they crossed a line. They kidnapped a baby. Their goal was definitely to at least leave me back there. What sort of people do that sort of thing? It's highly immoral. And yet your very attitude suggests you've like developed the same traits yourself. It's just too much for me. So I mean, how come you're in charge of the Institute anyway?
I am the acting director, yes. I spent decades working to reach this point. It's a responsibility I take very seriously. The Institute. It's important. It really is humanity's best hope for the future, no matter what those above ground might think of us.
The cost, though? I mean, it sounds like you're still willing to cross the line. I mean, I've seen synths who are like escaping from this place. I mean, you're not exactly painting a good picture here to me. You are the people up top. I mean, they're scared of you. They live in fear of the Institute.
People are always frightened by what they don't understand. Ultimately, the Commonwealth has nothing to fear from us. Whatever you've seen or heard, I know I can convince you of that. Just give me time. I know there's more for us to discuss. But the Institute is on the verge of some important breakthroughs. Your presence would be appreciated as we approach them. I've been a part of something amazing here. I've helped to build a life for myself and the people of the Institute. And now, after all these years, you have an opportunity to help with that. Doesn't that intrigue you? Isn't that what you want?
I mean, it's too much to take in this. I mean, of what I've seen up top, I mean, people are killing each other up there because of what your Institute's doing. The very thing you're saying is the things that you've done for the Institute. What about the people up there? I don't know. I mean, I'd like to get to the bottom of this, but I honestly, I just don't know. There's just too many unknowns. There's too much to take in.
I know. And I am sorry. You have been through so much in such a short time. The Institute can provide a better life than anything above ground. You've been in the Commonwealth. You've seen what it's like. I assure you that you are better off with us.
What? There you go again. You're repeating the same mantra again. I mean, how can you say things like that? There are people up there trying to thrash out and survive some kind of life out there. I mean, how can you be so just dismissive of all those people after everything they've been through and all they're trying to achieve? How can you just say that?
Because it is the simple truth. And I believe you know it too. I simply ask that you give the Institute, me, a chance. A chance to show you what I've been telling you. We really do have humanity's best interest at heart. Will you take that chance?
No offense, I mean, you seriously shouldn't be in like a marketing, that's for certain. I mean, the very thing you're telling me is you're writing off the people in the surface. All you seem to be interested in is the people down here. If you weren't my supposed son, I'd write this off. I mean, I'd just walk away, but I don't know. I need the truth, and I need to see things for myself. I need to understand, and then I'll make my decision. But at this stage, I just don't know.
Just give it time. Give the Institute a chance. The Institute is now your home as much as it is mine. Please take some time, get to know it. Meet the people you'll be working with. You'll want to introduce yourself to the division heads. Dr. Fillmore in Facilities, Dr. Ayo in SRB, Dr. Holdren in Bioscience, and finally Dr. Lee in Advanced Systems. They've all been notified of your arrival, of course. Meet them, and then we'll discuss what comes next.
This is not what I expected. It's not what I expected at all. I already feel I'm being duped. This thing's a synth all along. That wasn't my son that Kellogg was going with, and this old man claims to be my son. I mean, he could be right, but there's something wrong here. There's something really, really wrong. And I've got to get to the bottom of it. I need to learn the truth.